Welcome back to my new cooking channel called Cooking with Mary Sue. Nice to be with y'all again this week. And before I forget, offhand in the beginning, please hit like and subscribe if you like these cooking recipes, because I like to continue them each week. This week we are going to throw together some baked spaghetti. It's been a few months since I've made my baked spaghetti. My husband loves it. I went to look for some in the freezer a few days ago and couldn't find any, so I said, well, I need to make some more. I also had to make another batch of cornbread today. I actually ran out. I thought I had some more in the freezer, but I didn't. So I made a new batch of cornbread. There it is right there. And if you like that recipe for this, it's on my channel also. Delicious cheesy cornbread. But back to the spaghetti. Let me see. I'm starting out with, that's a pound of ground beef that's cooking. I actually cooked it yesterday and froze it. Now I'm just thawing it out for a few minutes. And I cooked my pasta, my spaghetti just a little while ago, because there's nothing more boring than watching a pasta spaghetti cook. I started out with, my preference is thin spaghetti, or vermicelli, or angel hair. But it doesn't really matter what kind you use. You can use any type of spaghetti, fettuccine, or any type of pasta to make this. You can use seashell noodles, macaroni, rigatoni, doesn't matter. But today we're using thin spaghetti. Okay. My ground beef looks like it's all thawed out enough. It's done, nice and brown, chopped up. And I'm going to take a little shortcut. But I'm going to add some stuff to it to make it homemade. I'm just starting with a package of spaghetti sauce, dry mix. I personally use this dry mix lots of times because it is sugar-free. I'm going to sprinkle it in. Okay. It calls for a can of, 1 can of paste, spaghetti paste, tomato paste. If you don't have paste, you can use sauce. But if you use sauce, you're going to decrease the water. It doesn't take as much water when you use the sauce. So I prefer the paste to begin with. Okay. To that paste, we add 1 3/4 cup of water. I try to stir the rest of my paste out of there. Okay, dump the rest of this in. Stir this around a little bit. Hope everybody's been doing good this week. We've been getting a little rain down here a few days. My husband's been busy doing some planting out in the yard, planting new flowers. He wanted to put a few videos of the yard and the flowers on my channel, so I said, okay, why not? I probably need to rechange my title to Cooking and Gardening. He likes to garden, I like to cook. Which is okay, because he likes to eat when I cook. Now, this is going to simmer not too long, just a little bit. But we're not through. I'm going to add just a little more stuff to it. Give it a little more of a home feel, home cooking taste. And I like it to be a little more Italian flavor to it than what's in that package. So, I'm going to add as a 1/2 cup of diced onions. Okay. And 1/2 cup of diced bell pepper. You can use green or red, or a combination of both. Stir this up a little bit. You might notice I'm using my Copper Chef again. And I cooked my spaghetti in Copper Chef. And we're going to bake it in Copper Chef. Now when you get ready to bake this, it's all going to be poured into a 9x13 casserole pan. You can use metal like this or a glass one. Either one, doesn't matter. You don't have to, but I usually spray the pan just a little bit. Okay. Now, on top of that, I'm going to toss in a little bit of Italian seasoning. Just Italian seasoning. Has all your good stuff in it, like, thyme, rosemary, marjoram, sage, oregano, and basil. All the good Italian spices in one. I don't measure, I just kind of pour it in. Stir this up. We turn this up on, I've got it about on medium. It's going to simmer on medium just a little bit. I might do a little bit higher so the video doesn't take too long. Next, I'm going to add a can of diced tomatoes. This is optional. You don't have to add tomatoes, but I like to. Okay. That gives it just a little bit more of a home-cooked flavor. Have a little diced tomato all through there. Now, my secret ingredient, I love to add just a little bit of butter to it, about half a stick. Oop, well, there goes the whole half stick at one time. It will melt. Now, some people will add sometimes about a half a teaspoon or a teaspoon of sugar to this. That cuts down on the acidity taste just a little bit, but I really don't mind the tomato taste in it, so I don't add sugar to mine. Another little tip, when you're boiling spaghetti, or when you're boiling any water, always add a little salt to it. If you salt your water, it won't boil over. I've also had some people tell me that if you lay a wooden spoon across your boiling water pot, that it won't boil over. Either one works, the spoon or the salt. Oops. Okay. That is getting nice and thick. Okay. Let me see, what else? Well, I've added everything, I think. Tomatoes, the water, the paste, Italian seasoning, onion, bell pepper, and the butter. While this was cooking, I cooked up ahead some meatballs. That's about 2 dozen meatballs I cooked in the oven. Now those are the frozen meatballs, but if you get real energetic and want to make your own, that's fine. I might do that in another recipe one day, have homemade meatballs. But I like recipes that are quick and easy and simple. So I just buy the frozen ones. And they come in different flavors. Turkey flavor, Italian flavor, pork. Now I told you I put ground beef in here, but you don't have to use ground beef. You could use, let me see, ground turkey, ground pork, ground chicken. Or if you wanted to have no meat in it, just have vegetarian style spaghetti with no meat. Let me see. I'm going to turn this up a teensy more. Let it bubble a little bit. I usually like to let this simmer about 10 minutes while my spaghetti is cooking. But I already have my spaghetti done. So this is not going to have to simmer too long. Now you might think that that pot of sauce is a lot of sauce for just 7 ounce. I did make just 7 ounce box of spaghetti. And it does seem like it's going to be a lot or too much, but it won't. Because when this cooks, and after it sits in the fridge till tomorrow or whenever, all the sauce will be soaked up by the pasta. It'll be just enough. That is smelling delicious. If it's not too hot, I might take a little sip of it. Taste. Just perfect. It is perfect. Okay. Now the fun part. Ouch, ouch, ouch. That's a little hot. Let me get my other rag here. Okay. Woo. Turn my burner off. I don't need that on anymore. Alright. Now, see? There's my pot of spaghetti. 7 ounce of thin spaghetti. I am going to try to dump this on top of that without making too big of a mess. Well, we'll see how that goes. Like I said one time, you don't make a mess in the kitchen, you're not having fun. Stir my spaghetti a little bit because it's gotten It'll get a little stiff when it sits too long. It's only been sitting about 5 minutes. Okay, here we go. Whoop. Ugh. Alright. Get all the good stuff around the edges here. Don't want to leave any. See how easy that dumped out of that copper chef? Everything pours out so nice. Doesn't stick. That's going to be a breeze to clean up. Now, next thing. Whoop. Don't want the spoon. I want my spaghetti fork. Here it is. Gonna stir all this around. And try to get all this sauce stirred in the spaghetti. Okay. It's gonna take about a few minutes. This is something that's nice to freeze and have it on some night you come home from work, pop it out of the freezer, put it in the microwave, heat it up. This whole pot of spaghetti here, well, it's only 7 ounces, but still it'll do my husband and me, gosh, a week to finish all this if I don't freeze it. Okay, now comes the part where we bake it. I had a friend ask me recently how to make baked spaghetti. She had no idea. She was thinking that she was trying to figure out how to cook the raw spaghetti, how to bake it in the oven. I said, no. You bake everything like usual. I mean, you make your spaghetti just like usual, pasta type spaghetti. You're going to pour it in this pan, then you're going to bake this in the oven. Okay, where's my bag again? Let's spray this just a little bit. There. Okay. Now to pour this into that. Whew. Alright. I'm not left-handed here. I got it backwards. Alright. I don't like to leave much of my sauce. I want all my sauce out. Okay. Hope y'all been watching my other videos on there. The cabbage and beef, and what else did I do? Cornbread. I'm going to just spread this out a little bit. We're spreading this all around, let the juice get all through it. I don't want too much sauce on one end. I don't want too much spaghetti on one end. I'm going to grab a fork here. I'm going to try to even this around so I have a little bit of sauce all over it. I'm going to spread the spaghetti out. Don't want too much of the sauce on one end or too much spaghetti on one end. I always cook my spaghetti with nice and tender. I don't like my pasta or my spaghetti to be al dente. To me, that just tastes half raw. I like it well done. Okay, that looks nice and even. See how colorful that looks? That is gorgeous. Got all the red and the green spread all through it. Okay, next we're going to layer or put our meatballs on top. I always make 2 dozen because I like to do 6 this way and 4 each. That's 6 times 4, 24. You could put a little less or a little more if you wanted to. But this just makes about a piece of meatball or a meatball for each little bite you have, each serving. So you have enough for everybody in there. I would put more than 2 dozen maybe, but not less. This comes out nice and even. There, see? Now we have our meatballs all over it. But are we done yet? No. Now comes the best part. Cheese. Remember I always said add cheese to everything just about? This is 2 cups of shredded mozzarella. That's my favorite cheese to put on spaghetti dishes. It melts so nice and creamy and pulls apart nice. If you don't have this, which sometimes I don't, I have used cheddar, extra sharp or sharp. Now I'm just going to layer this all over this and cover it up. Cover all these meatballs with cheese. Yeah, it takes at least 2 cups to cover this. It's a pretty big pan to cover. And it's going to melt through here. There. Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, now we're going to pop this in the oven. It's going to stay in the oven about 30 minutes. Uncovered. Don't need a cover on it. And it's cooked on, I got the oven on 350. Okay, here we go. That's going to be in there for 350 for 30 minutes. And since we're not going to wait 30 minutes for it to come out, here is what it looks like once it comes out. The cheese melts all through it. Now, this first came out about 30 minutes ago. The cheese was bubbly and nice and hot all over it. As it cools, the cheese kind of sinks down a little bit. But it tastes delicious. Now, see what I mean? How the cheese layered up in there? Whew. Got a lot of meat in there. All the spices. That's delicious. That's going to be so great tonight with the cornbread I made. And I think since I got the oven on, I'll just make another batch of cornbread. So I have enough in the oven, out in the freezer. Alright, I guess that's it for this week. Now remember, please hit like and subscribe. Give me some comments or any suggestions for more recipes. And I will be back next weekend. During the week, there may be another video about the yard on there, maybe. About the gardening that my husband's doing, if it doesn't rain. We're getting a lot of rain down here right now, every other day. But I will have another cooking video next weekend. Y'all have a nice day. See you later.